Yeah, but that's pretty much the case for all of us. Not only us, means this is just the standard of the league. And to be in, not now in October, end of October, obviously, but in March, April, or May, in that area of the table, that means you have to really perform on an incredibly high level and to be incredibly consistent and all these kind of things. And in this moment, we don't know if we will be. So that's always the thing you never can be sure about. And that's why it's so important that you have a good start. We had a good start so far. But obviously other teams had good starts as well. Nothing happened really in the table, even when obviously some clubs feel that they came a bit short in this early part of the season. But we all know that can change pretty quickly, and we try to be as consistent as somehow possible. And for that, we need to be ready, for example, for tomorrow, which is one of the trickiest games in the Premier League because of the work Graham is doing at Brighton and the way they play and all these kind of things. So that's just Premier League. There's no game which you can take a little bit easy. Not at all. You have to be always at your absolute best. Nothing happened yet. We have, what is that, match day 10 now? Brighton? 10?
Yes.
Come on. 28 after that to come. So that's obviously nothing happened. And it's just a really okay start so far. But even in the start, we had our downs with maybe not result-wise too much, but we had moments where we were all not happy with and all these kind of things. So we have constantly things to improve. And that's the only thing we are concerned about. And not that we won games with a ridiculous, result or whatever, where you think, okay, how can that happen? Constantly, and it will not. And we are not silly enough to think that to win a football game, first and foremost, you have to make sure that you are ready to defend. And that's what we try to make sure for tomorrow again. And all the rest is then how you build on that. And we will see how we can do it.
Just looking at the bigger picture, it's only your second defeat in 29 league games. And yet by the time you play again on Sunday, City could be 12 points ahead. It's kind of a remarkable situation that you find yourselves in. I mean, if you can make sense of it, that would be interesting. I mean, what's your view of it?
Yeah, and to top that story, Chelsea and us play against each other, so we cannot both get the points, obviously. Yeah, I know. Look, sorry for that, but it was not our plan tonight to make it to give City the chance to run away or whatever. But if we play like tonight, we don't have to think about catching up with City. But if we play a normal football, we can win football games. Then we have to see how often, how many points we can get, and then we will see what that means. But how's that? I don't have a proper explanation for tonight, but to find this explanation is my main concern, and not in this moment the gap to City.
I'm not sure we are in a position to get them on their toes, to be honest. But it's not important in the moment, to be honest. It's eventually we have no chance to catch them. Would that mean we shall not try to play the best possible season for us? So I can see that. So first and foremost, we have to win our football games. And this football club is massive. And since I'm here, I can't remember a game we lost and everybody said, yeah, we can lose that game. So it's always the same situation. There's a game, we put on the shirts, and then we have to win it. Doesn't work out all the time, but thank God it happened a couple of times. And so that's the situation we're in. So it was really important for us tonight to win, because there's not only Man City to catch or whatever, if they are, I don't know. There's a lot of teams behind us who want to get closer, and that's a very important task as well.
For us, it's first and foremost important that we are close to the top, whoever is the top. Because that obviously shows that something's going the right direction. So in this year included, last 4 seasons, we were 1 year not around, because last year we had our problems and had some struggles, but the 2 seasons before it was an insane race. No, the year before not, because we were so far away, but then the year before, so there's a while that it's a while going on that obviously both teams are able to do some special stuff. I have to say that's with all respect. What City is doing is incredible. I think we are pushing each other as well, and not only us, because the other teams. I don't forget the other teams. I don't forget Chelsea. I don't forget United, Arsenal, Tottenham, whoever it is there. But we are pushing each other. I think we can. That's how it is a little bit. So it keeps you just going. There is no chance. There is no chance to get a bit soft or whatever, because the other one will be there immediately to catch you. I think what Pep said, Matty told me, we are the pain in the lower back, or can be. That's a good description. So that's how it should be. We try to be as annoying as somehow possible, as long as until we have a chance to overtake. I don't know when that will be, if that will be the case. But what I always said, you have in the decisive moments of the season, but it's not now, it's not February, it's March, April rather. You have to be close enough to make a decision in your direction. So, and I don't know if that will be the case, because what we do is pretty special, and I don't expect that to happen every week, and you cannot turn around games every week, blah, blah, blah. We have to be on our absolute best to play the best possible season for us. And unfortunately, only twice a year, at least in the Premier League, we face the other team. So apart from that, the first one was a draw, where we were not brilliant, but good enough to get a point. And the next one is not played yet. And we play all the others as well. So we play Tottenham still, we play United as well, and all this kind of stuff. So there's not that we sit here and just count them points like, yeah, done, and then we wait only for mid of April for the City game. It's difficult, but what the boys did over the past 4 years, especially, is pretty special. And I'm happy with that, but not overly happy, not that happy that I think, okay, that's enough. We have to go from now on. We all know that it's for so far not a bad season, but the decisions will be made later. One decision at the weekend, other decisions maybe even later, and we just have to make sure that we are always in and around when these decisions will be made.
You know, I cannot decide obviously what people think, but we can just go through the possible results. We win, we are 2 points up. If everybody thinks that's done and dusted with the league, cannot help. If we lose, we are 4 points behind. If anyone thinks that's it, I cannot change it, but I know nobody from City point of view would think it like that. And there's a draw, 1 point behind. So, and that's it. So, a very important game. I'm really looking forward to it. One of the biggest challenges you can face in football, but that's really nice. That's why you do this kind of things. Imagine we would be still 14, 15 points behind, would still be a great game, but lack of something like with meaningless and these kind of things. And so it's good. We qualified for a great game with the season we played so far, and I'm really happy that we can be part of it, and I can imagine a lot of people will watch it, and we give it a try. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. I mean, obviously nothing changed for us. It was before we knew it in January. We knew in January if we want to win it, we have to win 18 games. So now, and if there's one we can draw, sorry, it was today. We drew. Now let's see. We have the next. We have now 2 massive games for us. We have Benfica on Wednesday and yeah, and then City again Saturday. And after that, it really starts. We have to be ready for our derbies. And yeah, but it's actually cool. It's good. Fine. We are where we want to be. We are close to an incredible side. My boys showed today that we are really, really good as well. And I said now a couple of times, if you... Is it allowed to say it's cool, or is it not allowed to say? That's allowed. good. If you don't have luck in life, you're screwed. That's how it is. And that's how it is. And we have the situation that we had a situation 3 years ago, 1 point behind. It was not a point. It was actually millimeter, 17 here, and I think 15 at Burnley. That's the situation. And you cannot. You have no influence on that. So we all know situations. We need to. I don't think luck with ref decisions, but at least right decisions. So all these kind of things. And that's something we can't influence. What we have to be pretty much as close to perfection as somehow possible to win 7 Premier League games, which is absolutely insane. But that's obviously the only way to beat this team. If it's enough. Because we don't know that. If they win them as well, then it's difficult.
It is an important point because of 1 point more than before the game. So that's how it is. But we all know the situation. We are now top of the table. If you ask me, my favorite situation, it just stays like this with the same points tally and City and us. We lose all the rest of the games in the Premier League and it stays like this. So it was great. But we all know it will not happen. So in this moment, we are disappointed. The boys are more disappointed than I am. It might be because of my age and because I saw pretty much everything already in my life. But we will go again. There was so many good things tonight. In a situation like that, the counter press we played today, that's a you can record it and sell this stuff. It's unbelievable. Honestly, it's unbelievable, and I'm so proud of that. But in the end, how I said, in little moments, a little bit better decision making. It's easy for me to say because I don't run, and I didn't run 4 days ago. But we all know the boys are able to do that, and then we could have won. But of course, we could have lost as well because they are obviously insane in their counter-attacking, and that's what they want to do. I saw a lot of the things we want to do, but not the result we wished for. Look, I would love to sit here and say, yes, City will drop points. The only problem is I can't see it. That's the problem. I would wish I would think differently about it. It's just I can't see it. But we will see what happens. My problem in the moment is not how City smash Newcastle tomorrow. My problem is that we play on Tuesday against Aston Villa, and we do like we won this game already. But it's of course not the case. They're the toughest 95 minutes in between now and the final whistle. That's crazy. But so again, we have a point more than before. It's good. And from the situation when we were 1-0 down, it's massively better, to be honest. The goal counts really, but was not exactly what we wanted. And now we have to deal with it. We will. That's clear. So again, we will try to prepare as good as possible, as we always do, and try to be ready for Aston Villa, which in Villa Park. Oh my God, that will be tough as well. But yeah, we will give it a try.
We have to talk about now this title race. You have a 3-point advantage now, a 4-goal difference advantage. We talked in January the 1st when you had an 11-point advantage. It got bigger, and you said, "Well, if we've won it, we can go on holiday with my whole team to the Maldives." So 3 games ago, 3-point advantage. Everyone's saying you've won it. Champione is being sung outside. Your reply to that?
Well, 1 week ago, nobody even been in front. Everyone in this country support Liverpool, the media and everyone. So, of course, because Liverpool has an incredible history behind in Europe competitions and not in Premier Leagues because we won 1 in 30 years, but it's not problem at all. So the situation is what it is. We have to do 9 points or maybe 6 right now. It depends of what's going to happen next 2 games in terms of goal difference. But now it's Wednesday is the real final for us. So, and we are going to try to win, and our destiny is in our hands. And this is important. So we have to look ourselves absolutely anything, and with 1 point or 3 points, nothing changed, and we have to do it.
Do you really believe everyone wants Liverpool to win this title?
Liverpool alongside United is the most important teams I've done in all history in terms of titles, legacies, history, dramas, for many things. But we are, since the last 10, 11, 12 years, being there. I know we are sometimes uncomfortable, but I don't care. If the people want more win Liverpool than us, it's not the issue, it's normal. So maybe I have more supporters in all around the world for sure, and here in England support more Liverpool than us, but this is not the question. The question is, today before the start of the game, the people cheering and supporting us, I think more than ever in one home game, because they know that even being out for the Champions League, we can rely on these players, and the support was amazing, and hopefully we can arrive in the last game here with a chance, to be champion.
So I think there was I'm not sure I said that, to be honest, because I think it is obvious. So I barely say the obvious things. So it's clear that it's not over whatever happened, because we both have 3 games to play, and my concern is actually how can we win our games, and then we have absolutely no hand in how City will play their games. But before they are played, I think we should not add on points. We don't do that, and I'm pretty sure City's not doing that. So, and as far as not reachable anymore, why should we stop believing? And that's what we do.
Massive. Outstanding, and again, incredible mentality. Changed 5 times. The team coming here, well set up team, obviously, in a diamond. We needed time to find into the game, and the opponent was there from the beginning, like really aggressive. A lot of challenges. Actually, the main issues we had losing balls in for us the wrong areas. From there they could go, and then it's difficult to gain rhythm. On top of that, we were 1-0 down. At least that we could sort pretty quickly. That was important. In the last 10-15 minutes, maybe first half, we really started controlling the game, and that was then obviously the way we had to do it. Scored a second incredible goal, top class, winning the ball back, passing it, first pass forward, Luis, sensational, little juggle here, and then crossing the ball. Sadio very surprisingly, so and Sadio made a world of it. And then we had to dig deep, clear. Yes, they had a chance, they had moments, of course, and they had a big chance with Ings. That was then obviously a world-class situation from Ali. Look, if my players would not be as good as they are, I would talk about completely different stuff with you. So their quality and mentality and character is the reason why we are where we are. So I'm not surprised that they are able to do something like this, but I don't take it for granted. I'm really proud tonight of the boys. It was massive. Oh, it's for me. It's absolutely no problem. And I spoke about it in the press conference, and I invited the boys to follow my mindset. In my mind, we won against. In my mind, we were 6 points behind City before the last match day, before last game, and then we won and they lost, and we were only 3 points behind. So with that mindset, I came here today. So it means we are still chasing like mad, and honestly, maybe because I'm a bit dumb, for me, but it works brilliant. And the boys are invited to follow that path. So yes, we don't waste energy really to think hopefully they lose or whatever. No, we just know we have to win. That didn't change at all. And now we have to recover, really recover, and then to play the FA Cup final, because there's obviously no mercy nowhere. We caused this situation ourselves by qualifying for all finals, which is absolutely massive. And now we play incredibly big game, from Thursday on we will prepare that with the boys. So I'm not 100% now in the subject, but let me say it like this. I think it's City is in this moment, right, 3 points up. And what is it, 7 goals? 7? 6, 7? Nobody knows here. You are really interested in quadruple. Thank you very much. So let me say 5 or 6 goals. So now they win tomorrow. With all respect to West Ham, of course West Ham can win against City. That's a massive game. But they win tomorrow 4-0. Then it's 6 points, right? Before we started Southampton and 12 goals. Huh? Yes. So then we have to win both our games. They have to lose a game, and we have to. So it's silly, right? So let's just see what tomorrow happens. If they lose against West Ham, then I start thinking. If they don't, then we will judge that, and we'll go from there. So so far this Premier League season, the second part of it, my boys drew against Chelsea, against City, against Tottenham, and won all the other games. Okay, 2 to come. Obviously, we don't know what will happen. It's insane part of the season. It's insane second part of the season. If it's not enough in the end, we have to congratulate City, and that's how it is. And then we go from there, and we'll try it again, and these kind of things. But we cannot. We drew twice against City, so yeah. So we didn't lose points there. We lost them somewhere else. So we have to make sure that next year we either beat them or draw again against them, and then we win more of the other games. That's the situation. But we came from a season last year where nobody thought. I'm 100% sure in this room nobody thought, apart from me maybe, that we can go again like we did this year. And that we could do it is all because the character of these players. The only reason. Because I can say whatever I want, I can motivate as much as I want. If these boys don't listen, if these boys are only a little bit distracted by whatever, or get weak or soft or whatever, in this moment you don't have a chance in this league competing with Manchester City. And so we will see what it means. But today is FA Cup, and we won the game. And we obviously have the medal, a wonderful T-shirt, and that's enough for the moment.
I hope so. I really believe they can. Obviously, listen, the reality is what Klopp said, the player said, and it's true. You don't depend on yourself. You depend on yourself of winning the remaining games. That's what you can do. But the reality, if City win today, they're still top of the league, and at the end, they're still top of the league ahead. 1 point if they win. Hopefully they don't as well. With Brighton is not going to be easy today as well. So let's see what happens there. But at the moment, it's still in Manchester City's hands. That's the reality. But what they can do is what they say, take it game by game and try to win all the remaining games. That is not easy. Obviously, you're coming into Everton now. They are in a very bad moment. But again, it's a derby. Anything can happen. Obviously, the players, you always play that little bit extra from both sides. But I believe, confidence-wise, if Liverpool keep playing the way they did in the first half, they will destroy them straight away from the start. And then, obviously, they can relax a bit more. But, obviously, the most difficult fixtures on paper are for Liverpool, in my opinion. But it's true that if I believe that Liverpool can do it, I really believe they can do it. Today, the pressure is on City. At the moment, top of the league is Liverpool. Yeah, with one game in hand. Yeah, but now the pressure is on you guys, and you play against Brighton. That is not going to be easy. So they can do it. Yeah, I believe they can do it. But it's true that if they win all the remaining games and at the end they don't win it, for me, it will still a massive success for the club, because they done what they needed to do, and at the end it didn't happen. But I really believe that they can do it. Really believe so.
It's a tough one, isn't it? I think Liverpool, I looked at Liverpool's running. I think it's a bit more difficult than Man City's. You never know with Man City. I always say for Man City, they're a team that can really blast teams out the water, 6-7-0. But they've got a 1-0 loss in them. They very rarely, even though they got the draw yesterday, they very rarely draw. But I don't see them losing another game, if I'm honest with you, in the league at least anyway. So I see it as City's to throw away, to be honest with you. I would have said if Liverpool would have won that game, I would have said 60%, 60-40 to Liverpool in Liverpool's favour, to be honest. But now, because they drew the game, one less game now, yeah, I think it's City's to throw away, and I can't see them losing any games.
Yeah, it's such an easy question, isn't it? I'm going to make Man City the favourites. I've seen enough, and I'll go back to the beginning of the season. Best performance I've seen, beating Chelsea 1-0 at Stamford Bridge. Quite often we get sort of deluded by having to beat teams by 4 and 5 to prove it was a good performance. What I saw that day was Chelsea looking frustrated because they were just being smothered by Man City. I've seen them do that, the Etihad. I've seen them do it against Manchester United on a couple of occasions. And they're capable of doing that against Liverpool. But then I could just go back to the point that if Mo Salah and whatever the attacking options are on it, then I've also seen City slip up. So it's kind of, where's he going to go? I don't know. I don't even want to pretend to know. What I want to do, Rav, is see a magnificent game of football. And the funny thing is, even a 0-0 draw could be magnificent because the art of defending or the art of goalkeeping has to come into play. I just want to see magnificent football. We've got the best two teams in my opinion, the best two teams in the world, fighting it out, knowing that 7 games afterwards, one of them will be lifting a trophy. What more do you want to play for? Actually, 7 days later, they're playing in the FA Cup. But yeah, 7 matches later, then there'll be one of them will be lifting a trophy. Perfect.